Hey Trent, it's Luke from 9 News in Sydney here. Firstly,
Right.
what have the two Raiders boys brought to the team? How have they fitted in so far?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, we needed them. So Ryan I've worked with before in the countryside, and Big Corey's become a bit of a team favourite very quickly amongst our blokes. So it's worked out really well. I'm very thankful for the Raiders for helping us out in that regard, and the NRL for approving it, because we were in a bit of a bind.
Yeah, it's been a difficult year for you, obviously. Have these boys sort of brought some new energy and they're looking to sort of, prove themselves as well?
Yeah, I think so. Look, I think it's good for both clubs. I think it's good for the individuals as well. Obviously, Ryan and Corey need some footy, and leading into the semi-finals. When Canberra get there, they'll want to put themselves in the frame to play. So, certainly helps them out, but it helps us out as well. We've got 5 starting or 5 middles, 5 front rows missing this week. So to be able to bring them in, and both good players and really good blokes too.
Yeah, especially Ryan. He's very experienced. I guess it's hard to assert yourself when you sort of come in for a short period of time. But what's he been like? And do you think some younger boys in your team can learn stuff off him?
Yeah, he's been really good, mate. He's been around a long time, Ryan. He's got a lot of experience, and he's spoke up in a few of our video sessions and in and around training. So there's not a hell of a lot of education we need to do with him. He's a very good player, and we're just lucky that we've been able to bring him in this week.
Is it a bit of sorry, Trent, Scott Bailey from AP. Is it a bit of a funny situation in that with the injuries and possible suspensions the Raiders copped last night? Do you sort of know how long you'll be able to keep both of them now? Is there a question mark there?
Look, I think we've got him for 2 weeks, but obviously we'll get Tomo back next week, and then we'll see. Obviously, if Sticky needed, and if he got put in that same situation, we'd work something out with them. So they were good enough to help us out, and I'm sure we'd return the favour. So we'll just get through this week, make sure the boys get some good minutes, and our main focus is playing well. We're playing the Warriors, who can throw a little bit at you. They've got some good individuals in there. So that's our main focus this week. We've sort of moved on from the strange situation, I guess, of borrowing the players, but they've trained really well, and we've got training in this afternoon.
Do you feel like I know the last couple have been judiciary reasons, but do you feel like you just can't take a trick as far as player availability goes? Like, it's been a few times this year where you've been sort of very stretched.
Yeah, true. It has been a difficult year, no doubt. And where we're sitting and some of the scenarios that we've had to deal with. But look, it'll make us better down the track. It'll certainly bring the group together. We've got an opportunity to finish the year well, which we want to do. We need to fix a few things from last week. There were some patches in our games again that were good, but consistency over 80 minutes is hurting us.
How crucial is that, Baz, like in terms of just finishing the year well? Because there's so much positivity about this club for next year, the guys you got coming in, you have another year in charge, Gus, all that kind of stuff. But How much do you carry out the last month of this season into your pre-season and next year?
Oh, look, the pre-season's a long way away, but I think for the group that we're going to have in November 1's completely different to the group we've got now. So I think, we tend to not try and talk to internally too much about next year or in front of the players in particular. We've got, up to a dozen blokes who aren't possibly going to be here, but we owe it to them, and they owe it to themselves and their teammates to finish the year well. And that's our main focus. But, it has been a challenging year, no doubt about that, but we'll be better for it.
Just last one for me on that. Hopper obviously confirmed this week that he's heading over to England. How close are you to knowing, pretty much what your 30 is next year now? Like, it feels like it's very close to taking shape anyway. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, we're pretty close. We've still got a couple of spots there, but a lot can happen between now and March next year. So we've got a lot of time. So I think, our main focus is finishing the year well with the group that we've got. But, we're still putting the finishing touches on what we're going to look like next year.
Hey, Baz, it's Corey Hammond from Win News Illawarra. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Adam Elliott celebrates 100 NRL games and 100 in the blue and white on Sunday. Just talk about what Adam means to the Bulldogs and what this milestone means to the boys.
Yeah, it's a big day for Herb. He's he's starting to come back into a little bit of form. He had a pretty disrupted start of the year and a disrupted pre-season, but to play 100 games at the one club, particularly at a great club like the Bulldogs, is a big achievement for him. He's very popular amongst our playing group, and we wish him all the best. It's a big achievement, as I said, particularly at one club.
And he wants to make it plenty more for the Bulldogs. And he said that one of his motivators for re-signing was you and your vision and his confidence that the club's going in the right direction. How do you see Adam fitting into the sort of the future of the Bulldogs?
Yeah, he's a big part of it. He can play on an edge, Herb, and he can also play through the middle third of the field. So he gives us a little bit of something different. He's got good leg speed and good footwork, and he's a good trainer. He's good to have around the joint. He's still his best foot is still in front of him as well. So I think this pre-season is particularly important for blokes like Adam. We have got some good players coming that he'll benefit from, and the more talent that we can put into the team, then some of the blokes or the individuals in our team currently are going to benefit from that as well. So we're all excited about what's ahead, but as I said before, we've got to focus on the next month and try and finish this year off really well and get a result.
And another guy that from down this way in the Illawarra that you've put a lot of faith in is young Aaron Shop. Can you tell us why you decided to blood Aaron this year and what you like about him and his future going forward?
Yeah, he's doing a good job for a Shoppy, and probably a little bit premature. We probably would have liked him to get a little bit more footy in his age group or with the Canterbury Cup, but he got thrown in at the deep end a little bit. But I thought he's done a really good job. He's a tough kid. He got a really strong carry, and physically he's a first grader. So he's still got a lot to learn, Shoppy, in and around what makes a good and consistent first grader. He's been really good. He's very keen. Got a lot of confidence for a young fella, which we like, and he's doing well. But again, this pre-season is really important for him. There's an opportunity for him to cement a spot in the centres, and that's what he's got to be working towards.